Oh,
I'm always assuming the credits are rolling.
yeah.
Okay, so Ryan, welcome
Yes.
back.
Hey, good to be here.
Matt's character paid you.
Yep.
Hooray!
5K, buddy.
Aw,
I
thanks.
know how to buy you
Chief.
some good nades, shiny nades.
but you
Plus
can only
you get
you can only spend it at the Resurgence Duck Shop. Sorry.
That's okay. It's probably going to go straight to the left anyways.
well, plus you get paid for the mission too, which I think was how much, Mr. TM?
It was 4, but did we ever find out if you guys got half up front? I was only going to release 2 into your bank accounts because I'm pretty sure Matt was like, "We want half up front." That's been his go-to. We want half up front, like every other mission. Yeah, per person.
They've proven good for it.
So I can give you right now. I can give you each 2K, and when someone other than me gets around to looking up that,
I will sense back into the force. I will look into the past and see how cheap Rahal was.
Thank you. Because you all got a little 2K writing
very
on that.
cheap.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Very cheap.
So there's that.
Trying to say that midichlorians exist. It's just a fact.
So while we're pre-show, like we're recording, and hi, welcome to episode 3, book 6. Ryan, how about we talk about your leveling? You got to 11th level. Let's tell us about the brand new Merrick. Go.
Okay, I took another level of Elite Trooper.
Yay.
Yay, me! Which gives me DR1 now.
Ooh.
Oh,
That is.
okay.
So a DR comes off before SR, if I understand the rules correct. No?
No,
very last
no.
thing.
Yeah,
better
that was,
than that.
Thing.
it's the inside layer, like Under Armour.
I was hoping it's going before the.
No, it's
DR.
better.
Padded underwear now.
It's you flexing. Think about it. It's a talent that's within your flesh.
Oh, you were trying to make your shield last longer.
Yeah.
You see, we're numerically.
Yeah. No, I stopped trusting Messina's judgment like 3 seasons ago. So we brought Doug in because it was always Doug calling you out, man. Okay, this is the reason why. You know what, Doug? Just join us. Be a player. You can be at my side.
I
and
have no
now
idea how badly it would backfire because he calls everyone out.
I know. It's like, what could be the harm of having like 2-3 rules lawyers? I would make my job easier. No.
Ha, Ryan, see, he called you out. Wait, why is he saying Jeff more than Ryan, though? And now you have
because Ryan's asleep over there.
No harm, no snores.
I never get any mic time. He says, "I'm just so tired." You guys are always arguing
That's
with
okay.
Jeff.
I'm all front loaded. That's why I do what I do.
Okay,
I fly, I blow things up, and then I kind of drift
New
off.
hit points. What do you got?
Let me roll on to that. Just put my menu down. Shame on me. HP.
It says 95. Is that your total? No.
No, 112.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And new reflex Fort Will.
Oh wait, I've actually not done that properly.
You've not
I'll get back
leveled?
to you.
Oh, that's okay.
No, my HP. I just counted up because I have it here. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's only 9 levels. So I'm actually short by a few levels. My bad. I'll remedy that shortly.
You
But,
get 7.
Imagine playing a character that's so tough that you can just forget a couple levels worth of hit points.
Oh no! Now here's a question. The core book, the core Dawn Defiant supplement doesn't cover hit point static numbers for the prestige classes. So soldier is a D10, you get 7. What is your elite trooper? Is it a 12?
Yeah, I believe it is a 12.
Okay, so I'm willing to give 10 for 12 or 9 for 12. If there's something, is there something on the net that would actually approach that?
They tell you.
I gave myself 8. It does not actually state the prestige classes. I took 8. So just because I just took a single step up. So 10s, it says, are 7. D10s for soldiers are 7. So since it's a D12, I just took 8.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking like a D6, you get 4. A D8, they got 5.
Right.
A D10, they got 7, so they jumped 2. So a D12 is a big deal. I'd go 9.
That sounds like it's doing the 3/4 thing, or the two, is it 3/4 or 2/3?
2/3.
Yeah.
Approximately 2/3, yeah.
Okay, so what's 2/3 of 12? Like 9.
8.
That would be 8.
Really? Okay.
So 10 for me.
I am happy for you.
Sorry. Hey, man. Open the floor is working in my favor, so we've haggled you down to not 8 each.
Plus your con, right?
Yes,
Plus
yes.
con.
Plus con,
Plus con.
yeah.
So
Okay.
For me, that's 10.
Oh, okay. I see. I thought you meant for me that's 10 because I opened the bid at 10. I'll give you 10. Really?
That's great. It's like how do you make this 8 to 10? What the hell happened?
Okay.
It's like, yeah, no.
They're rounding down. Okay, so 8 hit points static per level of elite trooper, and any other D12 elite I will give the 8 to, plus your con. Looks like Doug already figured that out a mile ahead of me because he was like 8, but I tried, man. Don't say, you guys are always saying trying to nerf you. See, I was trying to be nice, but no. New hit point totals, and at this level, at 11th, you don't hit the character level. You don't get the big 12 character feat. Do you get a bonus feat or a talent? What do you get?
Wasn't too exciting, actually. Next level, there's things that will happen. But no, this one is just I got some damage resistance.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. I'm not downplaying it, but I mean, there's not a lot to announce.
What's your DR?
1.
So it's shields, then
DR.
talents, feats, and then DR. Yeah.
Yes.
Armor. Okay.
Yeah.
But
So
if your
one off of every.
if your armor has DR and a talent gives you DR, they probably, I don't think they would stack because DR is its own subcategory.
DR with armor.
Ships have DR. You know, I figured it's only a matter of time before you start like cutting
there
ships
is a
on you.
particular set of armor that is kind of Gundam-esque. Let's kind of turn into like a mini fighter.
I was thinking more like a sandwich sign. You know, the guy with the 2 big panels just walking around ship panel. Hey, I got armor.
Yeah.
Just a sign that says, "This is my DR."
Yeah, DR5. Don't try it.
Like eventually, I plan on kind of going like maybe Jet Scream-ish, kind of, you know, like
Oh yeah, you had a jetpack like day one. You've taken no jetpack feats, no jetpack prestige classes. Like I know you're not a.
No, I kind of went like all gun.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You do you. I was just kind of surprised because you were so excited. Can I have a jetpack? It's Christmas and it's my birthday. And okay, I have a jetpack. You buy one.
Because it's like it's 500 like credits. It's like jetpacks are rather inexpensive. Why doesn't everyone have these things?
Because apparently when you land, you're supposed to make a goddamn pilot check that we've skipped over for like 6 seasons, or you end up full face.
I am a
rolling
trained and
down.
certified pilot. I will roll those checks for you.
That would be a good what if series. You know, what if?
What if he rolled all his piloting checks?
Just go back and do those scenes. Like how many battles would you lost?
There's an alternate universe, a parallel to this
The
one.
first battle he kills himself.
No. All the damage wasn't from the gun. It was actually just from Merrick himself crash landing into the bad guys.
For Dark
The ending
Side,
is still the same, but it's just Merrick just bodying everybody.
Dark Side of Defiance, it would be good if it's like, what if Poser died and his master survived, and someone plays his master? You know, what if Rahal and Merrick never met? You don't have the Harry Met Sally kind of dynamic. You know, what if, you know, a bunch of those that would like really take a different direction, maybe a darker side. You know, what if Poser in book 2 took being bet on at the Dark of the Huts arena personally? You know, got pissed off. You know,
What if that was the straw that turned Poser? to the
yeah,
dark
this is
side?
it. Actually, I had a good one where he's,
Count
you know,
on anybody.
opening
I'll
scene.
betray you.
Opening scene for Poser was a
Red
cantina,
eyes,
right?
Yellow eyes.
Opening scene for
Red
Poser
saber.
was he's already got one. Opening scene for Poser was a cantina, and he heard disturbance, came out, started melting brains. What if someone approached him in the cantina, like Draco's apprentice or something like that, and they start sitting there having a conversation where, you know, those people get inside your head, and she points out Rahal and Merrick and says, those guys want something from you. Go ahead, go talk to them, I bet. But she had preceded this idea, so when you go down and go, hey kid, blah blah blah, and it was almost like she was playing into what she could sense in you, and it kind of made Poser go, no thanks, off you go, and go back to the chair and talk to the girl, and then, you know, we go from there. A couple of what ifs. Anyway, yes, I've been watching the What If series and Visions. They're really good. Merrick, any more surprises from you at 11th level?
Oh, I've told you all the surprises, then that wouldn't be any fun, would it?
Oh, come on.
No, other than that, just restocking all the nades, which I didn't really use any, so there wasn't really much of restocking.
For someone that likes explosions, your character's supposed to be on explosions. You don't use your grenades.
Gun is so explosive. Oh wait, yeah. So I got Leth to do a little tweaky on the old Sasha 2.0, and put some more damage into the Daga Daga.
Oh, okay.
How much of that sent me back there? I haven't run the math yet.
Yeah, that I meant to ask that as well, Jay. How much are like I already did the
It's based on the base
miniaturization
cost
one,
of the item.
what's the
So-
tech
They're all
upgrade?
they're all superior tech upgrades, so it'll be either 20% of the total weapon cost or 2,000 credits, whichever is more.
Okay, 2K.
So assuming we've haggled a lot of
Then
this
I'm
math
just not
out,
going to
we
add
will.
that to the sheet. Then that works out. Thanks
Yeah.
for the weapon upgrade.
Hey, Rahal, I need a
Boulevard.
small loan of 2,000 credits.
Also,
he does in his best Rahal accent.
you want to get on the payroll too, eh?
specifically you, Rahal.
Oh my god.
The miniaturization was also 1,000 credits.
Oh my god. So you got,
Okay.
what if Rahal was inducted into the Jedi Order, even though he's on the Septicides and Poser wasn't? So like switch places, right? And then Poser ends up being Rahal's Padawan. So you got Jedi Jersey Force Master Rahal, and then he's heavily influencing Poser, who now talks like that.
You gotta lead me to my music, master. I gotta perfect this guitar solo.
Now he sounds like Walken.
Sorry.
No, that's good, man.
This is what happens when I'm in a forced trance and try to interact with the outside world.
Wait. Christopher Walking as a Force Ghost.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Got a fever.
Ryan,
the
do
only cure is more midichlorians.
you remember playing in my basement with Matt and my son and the guys were all playing Star Wars Saga, and Matt played the Force sensitive musician Twi'lek? Do you remember the Force Ghost I gave him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I can't even say it.
Leads to
It was the
anger.
Ozzy Osbourne.
It was Osborne. Prince of Darkness. You couldn't understand a fucking thing he said. What? +2 on your next attack. Prince of Darkness. Yeah. I had my little John Lennon glasses. They weren't red, but I wore them on the edge of my nose, and you guys were just freaking pissed yourselves laughing. I didn't even say anything. He was just like, no. You know, okay, +2. Anyway, time to run some logos and get to the show because we are all here.
Da-da-da.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead, sing. Come on, we made Matt sing. See if you get it. No, okay. Dude, that's awesome. I'm not even gonna roll the credits. You just did Matt. He's applauding you. That's good. We hit Matt up for the same
You're always
thing.
hitting me.
Not the moneymaker.
We hit him up to do the song, and we just had a funny bit with him, like, oh well, you know, it's canon, it's copyrighted. We really shouldn't use, you know, we like the metal better. And then I slammed into the metal remix that we had, right? And it sounds really good playing it back. So for you to pull that out of a hat, that's really good. I gotta say,
I haven't heard it for a while. I will have to listen to it again to catch myself.
I have got to say that is force point worthy. Give yourself an extra force point to start this level. Not for common.
Force point. How many
Yes.
force points do we have at a level? Is it our level?
Half your level.
Half
plus-
my level.
Actually,
plus-
the prestige classes give out more. Do they not? At least I know the Jedi Knight gives a little bit extra in the way of, or is it
You
just
needed
the,
there, Dogo? Oh, we're checking.
Check.
Get
check.
one extra.
Sorry. It's coming out of force trance. What's up?
No,
how many force points would an elite trooper have at level up?
11.
Thank you, sir.
6 plus half level.
Okay, thank you, sir. So plus that extra one there's 12. Let's see if I can blow them all this episode.
all right.
Ah,
Now, hey, immersion, role playing, and immersion into the Star Wars verse counts for a force point. That doesn't mean I want you all break into a song. I'm looking at you, Doug. He's like, he pulls out his freaking album with the 2 droids on it. I've got this. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But, you know, it was a nice surprise. Ryan doesn't usually sing along, and, you know, special moments. We'll get force points in the new season. All right. Gentlemen, when last we left our heroes, we had done a training montage. We had done finishing modding weapons. Dr. Let's really tired. leading up that. You guys are all broke again. It is 24 to 48 hours after you return to the ship. Now, we had talked about 18 hours or 15 hours. How long have you spent there already? So, give me a D12, guys.
All of us?
Anybody. First one I see pop up. 5. All right. 29 hours since you first smashed the ship into the other ship.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
No. First docked. Nope, still phrasing. First docked the mens rea with the Resurgence. 29 hours on the dot. You guys find yourself in the captain's conference room adjacent to the bridge itself, around a upside down U-shaped table so someone can walk up the middle and touch everything. In the center of the table, in the open gap, stands Admiral Gildervarth. Behind him, seated on his left, your right, is Jedi Sage Master Dina, that I refer to, but it's actually Denia or Denia. But we always went with Dina just because of the accent and the jersey. So in case people start reading the adventure going, that's not right, it was something canon to us. Coming around... No, it was on purposism. Coming around the corner of the table, on the bottom of the U, we have Master Vin Thoria, our Twi'lek miserable French guy. Reversing direction on Varth's other shoulder, behind him on the right or your left, you have Captain Adrian Verana. Yes, we finally learned his first name. We are facing the party. All 6 of you. 1 seat away on the corner against the wall, we have Merrick. On the end of the table, on the end corner on the left, we have Rahal. In the center of the room, facing straight up down that U, we have young Jedi Skeel Alida. Beside him, newcomer to the party, Jordu Riku, our 4-armed martial artist, make up the end of the table. Coming around the corner, opposite Merrick, and on the left or right corner, we have Dr. Leth. And then placing himself between everyone and the people that he trusts, in front of Leth, up on the side wall, a little closer to everyone than Merrick, we have prototype droid TLXS. Gift from Switch, the gangster, back on Zelzon Station. Just quick origin story there for you. Admiral clears his throat. He is pacing and impatiently waiting for you guys to simmer down after taking your seats. He looks extremely tired and sleep deprived. It takes you a moment to realize that Captain Verena sits by, near the familiar assisting astromech droid, as Admiral Varth begins. Congratulations. The data you've obtained on Nizon is very revealing. So much so that I fear that once the Empire realizes it has been compromised, they will take steps to invalidate it. I'm afraid that time is not on our side. Thanks to you, we now know the origin of the Sarlacc project itself, if not its final purpose as of yet. The Admiral signals a droid, and a holoprojector activates, showing a very familiar city planet. I suppose we should not be surprised that the project's origin and design team reside on Imperial... Coruscant. I do not believe that the entire project is housed there, given the casualty figures I have seen in my former Imperial life come across my desk. However, it is apparent that this new data, that the project is controlled from somewhere in this area. The Admiral waves at the droid, and the view zooms to the planet's surface, highlighting a large district, which, of course, on Coruscant being an entire planet, and I mean every inch is skyscraper, every inch is city walk, every inch, and then deep, deep, deep in the core. billions of people live on this planet. The whole thing is just one massive central city. So when he kind of generally waves at a district, it's still a lot of ground. In this district, that includes some of the Empire's most important governmental structures, such as the Imperial Senate itself. Unfortunately, we do not have an exact fix on the building or agency directly responsible for the project as of yet. The leads we have are impossible to pursue remotely. Therefore, we must send you in as soon as possible. He pauses a moment, scans the room, looking for your reactions. Then lowers his voice into a serious tone. Before we delve into the details, you should know that our benefactor, he glances at Vrana, has fully authorized this mission, and he wanted me to personally assure you of its importance at this time. The hologen projector zooms out to show thousands of starships, space stations, and satellites orbiting or trying to approach Coruscant. Coruscant is, of course, the center of the Empire. If you have not been to the system since the days of the Republic, the amount of traffic and level of security may astound you now. Peace and order, even under an oppressive government, have brought new opportunities to corporations and individuals throughout the galaxy, he says almost proudly. Between the prosperity of the core worlds and the rebuilding of the planets damaged by the Clone Wars, traffic to Coruscant has increased many times what it had been only a few years ago. Security also has been increased. And again, he takes a look around the room, focusing specifically on Merrick's custom armor and some of our accoutrements that they wonder why they let you guys come so heavily armed to the bridge. Still.
Because this is a mutiny. Hands up.
Pulls out his new mini saw.
It takes 2 cycles to get me into this suit.
Why does Skeel have both his lightsabers sparked up in the conference room?
Why is one red and fuzzy?
Don't get me started on unstable crystals. Fuzzy lightsabers. It's so warm and soft and... Oh, there goes my fingers.
I think Frank Sinatra sang about that, didn't he? Fuzzy sabers.
Actually, my son Aiden had a purple fuzzy lightsaber when you guys played back in the day, and it did crazy things. Anyway, security has also been increased, so it will be vital that you have the proper documentation and permits to approach the system and land at a suitable port, and have weaponry and so forth. But you understand that, well, I'm sure Captain Vrana will brief you. I, however, will provide these documents for you. With that, the Admiral finally takes a seat, leaving the holo projector on as a near silent reminder of your final destination. Now, I'm sure that you may have additional questions, yes?
Well, you said you'd be taking care of our documentation. I assume you've got aliases planned for us? Some sort of ship, because we can't take ours there.
Ah, yes. Well, you could take your own ship with some time, about 12 to 24 hours, 48 tops. Vrana nods. We could modify your sublight drive to match any IFF or BOSS codes that we're providing to you. Otherwise, we can also provide you with a small, unarmed light freighter. In either case, we will provide the required licenses. Any borrowed ships must be returned to us, of course. The provided ship, I believe, Admiral Vrana has in Docking Bay 2. Vrana nods and says, yes, the Onderon. The Onderon Sky.
I ain't never heard of it, but for what we're doing, that's a good thing.
It's a standard YT 1300 light freighter. He suddenly looks at the camera. But that's the idea, to keep a low profile and, blend in with, well, whoever you believe you should blend in with. Anything else? Oh, right. Between my own expertise and resources of Captain Vrana, we have assembled all the proper licenses and permits, altered for whichever vessel you choose. Our highly placed contacts will enter this data into the BOSS system before you depart. If you're using your own vessel, we must make a couple of alterations, as I said earlier, several hours to make the transponders match to your sublight drive signal. However, alteration should only be detectable if someone actually physically examines your transponder. All licenses will be in your proper names or in alternate identities if you actually have ones that can withstand direct Imperial scrutiny. Verona leans in and reminds him that you guys in the report talked about getting spotted by a bounty hunter. He seemed to know quite a bit about you. Now he saw a bunch of your faces and you let him go. I mean, he escaped. So half of our identities are kind of compromised, let alone whatever data Draco may have collected on us before you guys sent him down to the pit.
You wonder why I will hum all the time.
Yes,
Right.
well.
And that leads me to my next question. Credits.
He makes a flat face. We would hope that by now you're fully dedicated to discovering and stopping this project.
Oh, certainly. But that ain't cheap. And it ain't coming out of our pockets.
He looks at Vrana, and Captain Vrana nods again. However, we have been authorized to provide you with 5,000 credits each, and equipment and weaponry, sparse as it is, available from the Resurgent stores itself to perhaps replace anything that you've lost on Nizon. We may also help you repair your ship if required. Will that suffice?
Yeah, we got a bit banged up. That seems pretty fair. But
We'll of course be taking your
don't
cloak.
Let me speak for the whole crew. Give us a second.
We would like to have a close look at that cloaking device for compensation. You don't mind? If the Resurgence could...
We installed it, haven't seen it since.
Okay, that's a force point. That was good. I give a force point for that. That's not immersive, but, the balls to joke with the Admiral. I see. With a flat face.
No, you don't.
Can I have perception from you guys?
25.
21.
14.
27.
29.
26.
This is great. Everybody but the droid picks up on the human nuance of, boy, we could really use with a cloaking device around here, the Resurgence. It would make our mission so much better and safer if we could cloak the Resurgence. And you guys are all just giving like flat faces, and the droid has no idea what he's going. That'd be handy, Just out of curiosity, what did you pay for the cloaking device?
Was it at like 40? It was expensive. I think it was like 45,000 credits or something like that.
Okay. So this may or may not have happened. I might be jumping the gun. But when they repair your ship and when they're on board, hooking up the transponder and shit, okay, they're going to find the cloaking device. They will report this. And Captain Verona would immediately make you an offer. So if you wanted to sell it, like before you leave.
It's not for sale, but I'll let his technicians do a once-over for a small fee.
For a small fee.
No,
we're helping you, making sure all your systems run okay, but you're gonna have to pay to touch my cloaking device. People pay good money to touch my device. No, we're not paying you to fix your ship. It's not like we're not overly familiar with the technology. I'm just saying there is a chance if you want to go in a different direction besides cloaking your ship, because I thought it was very funny that you cloaked and then landed it and covered it with sand, which is just camouflage. It seemed like a lot of money because it uses up those slots. Your ship gets so many improvement slots, right?
Yes, we had to remove We had to. I forget what we had to
The
take.
consular table. I mean, now this is the consular class ship that is normally like has a conference room and all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We stripped all of that. That was all stripped out first for the tractor beam.
I'm just saying.
We took the tractor beam off to put the
Oh, that's right. We had to give up the tractor beam.
You paid $40K. They desperately could use it. You could get a lot of money for that. I'm just saying, because
Buy low, sell high.
starting right now.
Good.
Okay, I will let this slip. This entire book is all about the pressure of time restraints and incredible prices, good and a lot of bad. So out of the gate, help soften what's coming. You know, when they find out you have a cloaking device, they will offer you $50K for it on the spot if you want to make easy money. Because, dude, cloaking the resurgence, like, that would be huge for them. So give it some thought. But anyway, on the other side, don't want to push you as a GM one way or the other. As a GM, showing the other side of the coin, making a quick getaway from Coruscant, which is really now like Empire 101, right? Yeah, could be handy having a cloaking device to run away, you know, if things go sideways. Yeah, could be. So, any other questions? I have lots of answers here, pages of, holy crap, my script goes on for a while. I don't get a lot of mic time, so, you know, this is my chance to do the voice and anything, no?
I mean,
Do we know if droids are expected to have restraining bolts on the streets of Coruscant normally? That would be kind of a galactic lore question, I would assume.
I think they'd be more worried about the fact that you're carrying weapons openly.
Okay.
And then they look at the restrained bolt going, okay, is this a bodyguard? Is this a free droid? Like, I think what you're going to be looking at would be bureaucracy. Boom. They show you Coruscant, and your brains immediately start tumbling toward,
I'm
crap.
terrible at that. Rahal, do you know?
Oh, this is really good. He leans past Master and goes, hey, buddy.
The irony that
He only speaks Jersey. TLX, can you do a Jersey accent for your droid?
Master Rahal, do you know whether or not?
the irony that the two of us are the only people that have ever used knowledge bureaucracy, and we have about the same bonus.
yeah, we just both basically rolled the exact same thing. I got a 26.
25.
I don't think so. I haven't run into anything in the pages so far where they go, oh, and here's an obstacle, and by the way, you know.
Right.
I mean, walking around with a lightsaber in the open, yeah, that would be bad. As a matter of fact, even if you guys have all the permits for all your heavy weapons, you're heavily armed. You're going to get stopped like every freaking 2 minutes, and it will just kill all your time. So you guys might want to think about different arms and armaments, low profile. I don't say you have to go naked with like little knives and hold up blasters. You guys can carry guns and stuff, but anything that draws attention, like heavy blaster pistols, I don't know, an E-web that can be mobilely strapped with a little, like...
No, an E-web stolen from the Empire.
Yeah.
It should blend in then.
Yeah, I know, but like, oh, look.
It says the VIN number's been filed down on it.
Filed off.
Also, it's like,
roll
we'll take that.
deception, Merrick.
we'll take that, but I own it. We don't care. You found a way to make it an E-web operable by not 2 snowtroopers. You know,
you just got to carry a generator. That's all.
Yeah, we'll take that. Thank you. Like, that's great tech. Well, you know,
Thank you for your contribution to the Empire.
Exactly right. Like,
We appreciate
The rebellion.
this isn't the old, well, how fast could the guards get here? How many rounds? The response team is like literally like, right, 2 rounds. And the shuttles just drop dudes on top here. It's like, oh my God, that's fast.
I have been thinking about this, and I do kind of have a plan. And it's
okay. Well, sorry. Before we get into like launch codes and launch plans, just so that we don't. Oh, we should have asked this and we should have asked that. They would like you guys ready, hopefully within the next 24 hours, and they'll work on your ship, and you have another 24 hours for more intense training for poser and all that stuff. You guys have the choice of your ship or taking the YT-1300. Yours has the cloak, unless you want to like move it to the YT-1300. Not risking it. Your bureaucracy rules. were for, what would we expect in the way of droids, but there's an overall with 25 and 20 you guys should expect tight security when approaching the planet. They'll probably have you enter the system outside the orbit at a designated hyperspace buoy. Then you contact the Imperial Center of Control immediately. They will direct you from there after waiting to an appropriate space lane that puts you in queue. And depending on how important you are, your cargo is, and type of thing. Now, everyone claims to know somebody. Everyone claims with persuasion checks. It's like actual documentation, gets you along, or actually spending money on special gear. There's things that you can get that, like, it's like a pay toll, special transponders and things you can get your hands on that allow you ride the 401 toll Canadian highway as opposed to getting stuck on the 401.
Otherwise, pass here in the U.S.
Yeah. No, seriously, the traffic is so heavy. They put you in a space lane and traffic can take hours and you're in a ship flying and there's the planet like right there. And if you drop out of a space lane or whatever, they're all over you and get back in line. It's nasty.
I can't imagine those particular documentations to be too difficult to obtain.
That's the thing is you'd have to get them there. Like what they got you is, okay, you can show up and you're allowed to be here. The 30,000 black market transponder, because it's that rare and that hard to get because everybody wants one. Like everybody wants a freaking transponder. They start at 30K, dude.
Yeah, so I was thinking, screw the YT 1300. Let's stay off trope, and we'll take the modifications to the mens rea to make it a imperially legal to be their ship.
Yeah. Well, like there's a lot of private merchants and mercenaries and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. They just, there's nothing wrong with having a console class. You might want to scrub off Blood Brother that's written on the side still. I don't know if we got to the paint job yet, did we?
Probably a new paint job, but we'll leave that in Skeel's capable hands.
I don't have my spray paints with me, but if I did, I don't know.
He can tag her up good.
He tags it. Force
my
rules.
Is
Draco
kind of
sucks.
Similar to our front for Bespin. After the Imperial presence on Bandemir has been known, I needed to.
So you're gonna go with the guy. I own the mine on Bandemir and yada yada, and this is my contingency.
Yeah,
and my security.
Negotiate mining rights with the new regime,
okay.
so to speak.
The other thing about bureaucracy here is this is the center of the universe, okay? Doesn't matter how you look or how you act. Saying, oh, these are my this, it doesn't fly. They know, like, factions, sub-factions, gangs, sub-gang, like, they know a shit ton, and it's all in the database. So if you drop a name or... like, you'd almost be better off, like, dressing yourself as something ridiculous as a faction or whatever and going, we're this, and trying to pull that off as opposed to, like, just being the hobnob, murder hobo-looking guys that you are and going, oh, yeah, these are my bodyguard. These are my, whatever. I'm not saying you have to cosplay anything because you guys do know that the galaxy is far, wide, and varied. It's not what you wear. It's having the documents and not appearing sus or as any kind of threat. So I would not recommend walking around with Eddie Webb. That would be bad.
Sorry, I was referring to, like, as far as the having the documents thing, it's a rather simple effort for me to fabricate any documentation.
Yeah, but this is like, to get into the good space lane, you need actual hardware. It's an actual gizmo, a special transponder. That's how they keep from forgeries happening. It's not like a code or like, we have Imperial codes. I'm allowed to use this lane. It's like, no. Unless you buy a registered Coruscant transponder, you're not using that lane. Oh, scarcity. Are you going to get one? No, not even the top ass kissing civilian servant's going to get one. But the black market
fair. At
might
this point,
have one.
I was talking about Rahal's suggestion for trying to dress this up as part of his crew kind of thing.
Oh yeah, no, going with the standard, but do you think Rahal Oberus, owner of Bandemir Mines, will stand up? Because we did get a sniff that the bounty hunter had a good look at us, and you know what I mean? There might be conflicting information in the database. This person is wanted, this person is in the database, and they're the same dude. Blip, blip, warrant for their immediate arrest. Oops. Now they do handle certain things here, and something I don't mind going off page or off book to talk about it. They handle capture like character death. If you get captured, they put you in such a deep hole. There's no like, oh, cool, the game goes on, rescue mission. Because usually every game does that. They're like, no, your character's dead until the end of the adventure because it takes that long for Bail Organa to pull a lot of strings to get you out. Unless you're a Jedi, where you go someplace special. And that actually
you know the hole? You go into a hole inside that hole.
Funny enough, if your Jedi gets captured, the players actually have a chance of freeing you because it's intertwined with what's going on. Anyway, I thought it was a very neat system. I thought it was fair, but it's so not what 30-year gamers like us would expect, where they're like, no problem, we lost so-and-so. We'll bust them out. Side quest. It's like, no, actually. And I really don't want to be a dick and like, no, actually, according to the book here, you're dead. Or good at
I know
play new guy, right?
Caught as a Jedi, they just immediately put you into a coma. Like they're like, oh, this is they're incapacitated. Put them in the freezer.
Yeah,
cart
but
them around.
it's where they're holding him would actually be obtainable because of the adventure, as opposed to, which is almost the end anyway, as opposed to like, okay, we got arrested and hey, look, we're all, 13th level, except for you, who Bail Organa, just got Ranger release, pick us up at docking pad 4. So guys, what did I miss besides 2 entire levels in a whole season? You're not dead, but anyway, I want to put that out there now, not as a spoiler, but as the gravity of the play style, how an unique opportunity this module is going to be outside the norm, to literally be, the World War II SAS behind enemy line kind of thing, because that's what they're going for. And they have gather info, using force powers, everything to get shit done is all covered in this, which I thought was very impressive. So getting back to what we need to know. He mentioned agents, contacts you have on the surface. Varth mentioned in his spiel that there's people you're supposed to meet there. They actually have, Organa has contacts on Coruscant that you're supposed to find. And he doesn't say go here. It's literally like, we'll find this guy, and you got to track him down, and then you're like, dogs barking, can't open umbrella, that kind of thing.
Spy stuff.
Yeah. You ask about that?
Yep.
Okay. Varth, funny enough, says, I'm not exactly sure. I'm told that it may be someone that you have worked with before. Sometime after the briefing, when the Admiral's not around, Varth will approach you guys and tell you that Taro Reskin will be your contact. He also gives you a comm link code and a sign countersign. Your sign is, we broke our droid. So please mod TLX so that it looks true. Which, if it is the real Taro Reskin, he will respond countersign with, I hope you meant to.
Broke our droid. I hope you meant to.
We broke our droid is what you say. And the contact is supposed to say, I hope you meant to. If that doesn't go down, no one's going to talk to you until you say that. And if you don't get that response, you might be in trouble. Verona makes this clear that this information is extremely sensitive, and you are not to reveal the name of your contact or the passwords to anyone on my ship, on Coruscant, outside of, we 7. And no discrimination, but he might, not knowing how free TLX is or whatever, he might be talking to just the 6 meat bags. Right?
What was the date? What was the contact name again?
Taro Reskin. I will put it in the chat. Yep. Taro Reskin is your contact. Verona states, looking around, and this is when you guys are later on in his private meeting room. Captain actually has a sorry, you're actually in the captain's conference room. He brings you guys into his office, and alone there, he might not even there. He might actually board your ship and talk to you, because he believes that there's always the possibility of Imperial spies aboard the Resurgence. Like, Alderaan is under the rule and governmentation of the Empire, right? Bail Organa sent this one ship with people he trusts out into the wild to do his dirty wet work pre-rebellion. That doesn't guarantee that the ISB or Imperials don't have like somebody on every ship by now, that kind of thing, right? So Verena's a little bit wary at this point that things are really getting going. So he does you a solid. Axel Paranoid gives U6, not the droid, sorry, Doug, U6 the name and the passcode. Yeah, that's right. We trust the four-armed new guy more than the droid, but he's an old school captain.
Becomes highly acclaimed.
Yep.
He can make his own applause.
His little hands.
Master at Cat's Cradle.
I have 4 hands too. my little dino hands.
Forearm, buddy. High five. Oh.
Double the disappointment.
Hi, 20.
You're also told where you can stay on Coruscant. Now, currently, we've arranged docking at Cloudscape Platforms, a private starport used by core world traitors and small-scale merchants. I think that should suit your background nicely, Mr. Oberus. I highly recommend finding some accommodations, however, elsewhere. That way, if you draw the attention of the ISB, they may not immediately be able to locate your ship. So don't stay at the airport hotel. Not a good idea. I suppose you're wondering how you can actually find the source of the Sarlacc project. The best we can provide is several starting points. For instance, we've discovered that the Sarlacc project data is broadcast in a specific frequency range. You may be able to locate that source, but it will not be easy. It is likely a tight beam transmission to some sort of messenger droid or secret receiving station somewhere in Coruscant. We have also identified individuals whose names show up on communique and delivery reports. One is ISB agent Leeson Doss. Yes, I will put that in the chat. Before Matt asks, so just schmack that up there is whose exact connection to the Sarlacc project currently is unknown, but his name comes up, so, on with it. It was also discovered that routing codes pertaining to a protocol droid called, are you ready for this, Doug? CZ3T6.
Sleazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. C is in Charlie, Z is in Zephron, 3 Tango 6 have been discovered on many outgoing messages. The final possibility is also a Celestin called Resh, who was a former associate of Darga the Hutt and tied into the Hutt's material delivery services. If you can locate one or more of these individuals, you may be able to have them lead you or their intel lead you in the right direction. So we've got an actual ISB agent that might be tied to the project, the people that follow you around and spy on you. A droid that, hello operator, I make phone calls and I stamp all the documents. And a Celestin who no longer has a gangster boss, but was in charge of his, transit of certain goods, might be creeping around down there on Coruscant. You must find and infiltrate the source of the Sarlacc project, discover exactly what the project is, and learn where it is located. Relay any vital data through our benefactor's contacts on Coruscant. Then send what you can back to the Resurgence. Any other questions? No? Very well. I believe I am late for the ship's barber. I will leave and let you have the aforementioned secret conversation with Captain Voth. Good day. And he goes off. And if anyone stops him for more questions, he says, I said good day. And he leaves. Leaving you alone. Leaving Telex alone with his thoughts. And his... It'd be funny if you had like a bug device on left so you know where he is at all times. So you overhear whatever private conversations he has.
That's what the scrambler was for.
Oh, so just to use against you? My new ability is called privacy, because my own droid drives me crazy. He's always lurking. That'd be funny.
I do have a tendency to call switch, so, so nobody's noticed that yet.
Once in a while. That's okay. Look at this. You can hang out in the main conference room. It's much nicer than the captain's conference room. I don't know why we didn't use it, but, you know. Maybe we should have started you there and then, because look, there's a holojet projector in the middle. Whoops. And then pulled you to the captain's room for later. Now we start off very secretly. He just makes Varth leave, and then he continues the same conversation without us having changed rooms. That makes more sense, right? Why move all us away from Varth in the big room when we could just move Varth away from us, and we're here in the captain's room ready to finish our business? So, now, about those plans for the future. In the next 24 hours, maybe a bit more, they're going to come on your ship, they're going to help repair it, yay, they're going to mess with your transponder, and unless, as they said, someone comes and very closely inspects A to B, you should be okay. You've decided to take the Manzria. Is this captain's choice, Oberus, our fearless leader, or do you guys actually have any counterpoints about using the other ship, or...?
No,
I have counterpoints for using it, but yeah.
Let's have it. Little doctor.
Oh, no, I have points for using our ship, and that I'm not actually finished all of the upgrades and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. 30 seconds, upgrades, 8 days, go. Jay, talk about where you've been putting your time in. Now, this being said, if you look at the rules, he can cut his time in half or down to a third if he has multiple people with mechanics, specialized tech, specialists, and whatever. And we've done a lot of the math up front about him using the right person in the right hours. So in a nutshell, how about we just talk about the cool things that you've got to modified? Tell us about the juicy toys that the party now has. Dr. Leth.
Cool. So at the moment, or for now, I have upgraded there was a stun baton for TLXS, also a flame blade. Aiden had his lightsabers upgraded as well. I upgraded Merrick's E-Web, which I'm not sure necessarily was a smart idea, but that's what he wanted, so here we are. And I miniaturized and upgraded Rahal's vibroblade, as well as increasing the bonus on my medical visor that I use almost every day. At the moment, I'm waiting on picking up a purchase that we made that was supposed to be delivered to or near the resurgence, so that we can pick that up and then continue with more upgrades that I have to do.
What is it?
Like you mentioned before, I have like the standard heavy blaster pistol, which is kind of standing out, but also it's not as it's nice, but there are better options. So I purchased a couple weapons that would be a lot more easy to carry around, but also are more versatile in very specific uses.
Are they widespread or they're rare? Because like I said, now that you guys have heard the mission briefing, the DM cannot stress enough that bland is good. Expensive, rare, hard to come by, worth a lot of money. Why? A lot of stuff on Coruscant you guys could sell for triple the price. Unfortunately, things you buy on Coruscant are also triple the price. So everyone's looking for that next deal, that next whatever. So if you guys start walking around with the rare clothes, the expensive whatever, don't be surprised if you get propositioned, or at least draw the attention of people that you may not want to draw this of. Just saying.
They are a little bit less known, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to keep those generally out of sight, which is what I'll be doing. As well, I also purchased a couple like a different, because I realized that there's not just the medical visor. There's also a mechanics and a computer visor that I haven't actually purchased yet. So
Do you remember episode 1?
Those.
Have you seen yourself
yes,
in a mirror?
where
you're an alien. They went through all your shit.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay. What are these? Ooh. It's the same guy that geeked out over Aiden's guitar. It's like, hey, how's it going? That would be Patreon bad luck. I know you guys. Oh shit. Or maybe he's a fan of your like underground band, and hey, off you go.
Yeah, Hearts.
Yeah,
we played some great beats on the stereo.
Yeah, I was thinking of potentially obtaining a secret compartment of something at somewhere, potentially adding it onto.
You have a walking metal one
something
that follows you around and calls you master.
Yeah, but he's not. It's not technically currently a secret compartment. I may like change that soon.
Hey, it's what Durasteel sandwich armor's for. There you go. Just cover that hole right up.
Exactly. Also, I do need to sell current armor that is on me because it's stolen off of a.
Oh yeah, the
stormtrooper.
The pinstripe stormtrooper look you got going there, Rahal. Can you erase those pinstripes and just go with standards?
Yeah, you go actually you're a little short for a stormtrooper, aren't you?
Where's the princess? I'm looking for the princess. Or I guess Rahal's line would be more like, we're all fine here. How are you? If we're going with canon lines. Oh my God. Could you imagine doing the movie with these characters? Like just be running through just
no.
It's Princess Leth. We have to free Princess Leth from the Prince. Oh my God, you're a dude. Shut up. But he's got the
also
epic.
Noticing,
he's got the epic hair.
Everyone literally calls me by my last name.
It's Dr. Leth. It's a sign of respect.
I mean, yeah, but then they brought the doctor.
I only call you doctor.
That's true. Rahal respects me.
To be fair, what is your first name?
Aska.
All right. Now I'll note behind your head where your name is, you don't say Dr. Oskaleth.
That's
it
fair.
Actually just says doctor. We can't even see the left part.
No, it says shot doctor.
What doctor?
Hey,
I mean,
it can't say the doctor because that's canon for a different sci-fi. You know how long I have to take?
We don't have that kind of money.
No, Jay, we can't call you the doctor.
What doctor are you aware of that is like doctor this? It's like no. If you meet the doctor, you say doctor or doctor their last name.
I have fond memories of 5 seasons where Matt opens up with, "Hey, Doc," or "Dr. Leth," and then we get into it with you. It's time for Jay's 20 minutes every 3 episodes. Go, Jay. Oh, hi, Jay. Thanks for showing up. But anyway, so I understand you guys miniaturized a vibro saw. Here I try to give a pirate flavor, and now it's going to bite me in the ass because you took his arm.
He gave his arm.
He gave his arm for the cause.
I'm a big proponent for recycling. Waste not, want not. You don't get rich by spending them creds.
But you want to spend money to make money.
You spend somebody else's money to make money.
I know, but it's a weapon. It doesn't look like a carpenter's tool. It's obviously a weapon. You walk around with something that weird, you're gonna draw some attention.
It's a skill saw. If I change the off-colored with my stripes to orange, suddenly I'm a maintenance guy.
Yeah, it's got the little guard on it.
Always thinking.
Wait, I have idea. I need vibrant orange and yellow. I am now construction worker.
This is a giant nail gun.
I can hit nail from 500 feet away. Watch.
We're going to be this.
So your parts and maintenance crew for the Forest Moon, is that right? Everyone in the back's like in a commando poncho? Yeah.
So
right.
Skeel will get his guitar out and we'll be the Star Wars version of the Village People.
Didn't we just cover this?
We make industrial music.
Standard way of playing, going, we paint this and we say we're this, and then everyone just goes, look at my persuasion roll. It's not going to work.
No. We're going to spend probably about 2 to 3 hours making a plan, and then we're going to go to enact the plan, and it's all going to shit, and then we're just going to improv our way through it.
I can't wait. You know, like Rahal's going to have a heart attack when the first guy tries to bribe, politely doesn't turn him in, but politely, you know, says, I'm going to forget that you offered me a bribe and will continue with your fine and blah, and he's just gonna be like, you don't take bribes? What universe is this? My powers are gone. I can't bribe people. Anyway, I've said too much. Moving on.
I say we go full murder hobo. Just leave a trail of
On Coruscant?
Yeah, let's go all in. What if?
I vote against this.
No, that's all good. Hope you guys got backup dudes.
Frontal assaults.
Backup characters.
If there was a thing like a Death Star, that would be like a heavy weapon, right? So I'm proficient with heavy weapons.
And your new characters level, and then we bring back the old characters in your 11th going into the 13th level adventure because you all got stuck in a hole. Bail Organa really likes the new guys. He has yet to release your original characters. Actually, it would be very funny if you each played a version of somebody else as the new party. So somebody else plays the slick, you know what I mean? And like Bale's like, what the hell? I get like the same guys all over again.
Well, Merrick would have made the same mistake with the Death Star as it did the original time. They waited for the moon to get out of the way to shoot the target.
No, you know what? You know what's even worse? We get
double tap.
We
Problem
get
solved.
11th level versions of the Rise of Consortium assholes that we just played under. You imagine? That would be a shit show. So the last party went in guns blazing and got caught, huh? And we're all like, ooh, that was our strategy. Why are we here? That was our strategy. Anyway. So a miniaturization of a nudge wink skill saw. Okay. Matt was talking about a plan, and you guys have some basic weapon upgrades for sighting, hit pluses to hit, pluses to damage. Sasha, you know, little blow the dust off of Sasha and finally gets a little love and upgrade.
What? We could do that. We have time for upgrade for Sasha.
Did you name the E-Web? Is
Not
Sasha, like, who is she?
Sasha?
Olga.
Who is Sasha? The E-Web's name is Who is Sasha?
Sasha.
It was a fling, I swear. I went through a phase, you know. Book 1 through book 6. But, you know, I'm back here for you, baby, you know. I never forgot you.
No, it feels that long.
You ripped that off of a frickin' turret wall.
And I
on
carried
Felucia
it
and book
many
one.
a books.
I know, and then yeah. Well, you
I
brought
even
it home.
bought a droid.
You brought it home. You know, one of the systems that Aiden hid in the Aiden project was Sasha's advanced, you know. That's why we never found it. I hidden all of Merrick's gear, which is one thing left never searched. Anyway.
Yes.
Upgrades.
How much time do we have till
Merrick hasn't been Merrick for a while. He's just a corpse inside the power armor.
Oh, yeah.
The power armor itself is...
Yep. Yeah, I pulled Ryan aside and we discussed this a long time ago. Remember that near death he had where he flew down and yeah.
It wasn't so near. It stayed on target.
Who's come close to dying? Anybody? Like Rahal once? Twice?
A couple times. Like 3 times.
I got tossed down a literal hole while unconscious.
Yeah, we had
to Destiny Point to not die.
We both did.
Yeah.
I thought it was Destiny Point for you to save him, but you weren't dying. Just
that
him.
time, yes. I used a Destiny Point to save him.
Yes.
Aiden, yes.
Yeah.
Skeel. Yeah,
But
that was
Merrick's-
and then
Merrick's
use the stolen E-Web to bore a hole through a
Yeah, but
mountain.
you've never come close to
escape.
death yourself. We're not playing Pathfinder
Space
where you.
Starfighter. No, Star. Yes, I have almost died.
The arena fight. He
Oh,
almost
that's
died in that
right.
arena fight.
Joe's
The arena
first cameo
fight,
where he
the Starfighter.
beat the crap out of you. The Starfighter. Okay. As long as, as long as
almost died twice.
You
As long-
redact that statement.
as long as I know everyone's taking their turn at near death in the system, which is virtually
Turns?
impossible. Yeah.
That was singular. You said.
We're dropping the Destiny system for the background system. Watch out. No. The entire campaign is written for the Destiny system. No, it doesn't offer all the Destiny system. It doesn't offer all the Destinies that are available in the core book. The very specific ones that I had the pleasure of choosing at Matt's idea. Like, hey, we should just secretly have them, and you pick them. I'm like, okay.
I mean, how do you know your destiny, right?
Yeah. Well, not everybody has like Master Dina or like Jedi
It
constantly.
is your destiny. Are you sure it's my destiny?
Wouldn't it be hilarious if like
Because on my character sheet it says this is my destiny.
What color are your eyes?
Blue, no green, no ice gray. We all drank Mountain Dew. All right, getting off the rails here.
Okay. Yes. So
Is there
us up.
Is there
Merrick's trying
any
on
tech you
guns.
want to brag about? Like, ooh, I have this new thing. You want to talk about it now while we're still lingering in the...
Just my mini little vibro saw. And speaking of which, we could do the whole band perspective thing because the Blue Man Group has a dude who plays a grinder. So
Mhm.
You guys want to be a band?
yeah, industrial. We make industrial music.
Can
Okay.
hang the sign on me.
You know, you might
So
be
it's
better off just like going with like the personal armed bodyguards of Subject A, right? You guys
TL
could
could
have
be the
armor.
drum.
You know, these are all replicas. They don't work.
I'm kind of thinking Joe should be the drummer with 4 hands.
No. You are the drum.
No, he plays the flute.
He plays 4 of them.
It's really long. It's a really long flute. Joe, how long's your flute? See? That long. He's still thinking about it.
Huge.
It's a rather personal question.
I know. Thank you, Jay. I was waiting for them to jump on that. Sometimes
But
I phrase on
Leth
purpose.
has it documented, just so we're all clear.
Well, you want us to jump on his flute?
So,
Wow.
Rahul,
Okay.
what's the plan? We're just it's not been
So,
it's not
the
been a
plan-
clean year. Let's hear
The
the plan.
plan, I think, is to. So I'm not going to pose as a representative of Oberus Incorporated. I am going to be a direct competitor who has come to.
Of course,
what's the word
it's a
I'm looking
lobby.
for? I'm trying to punk the mining rights for Bandamir away from Oberus Incorporated.
Oh, hang on a second. You're going to walk up to security. If you have the stones to have a picture of yourself and say, "You see this asshole? I'm taking him down." And like they look at your competitor.
Well, I'm
you.
not the front. I'm not the front man for my business. That's Alphonse.
guy with the
This is
shaky
true.
tray. You got to bring out your butler.
He's on all the official documentation.
Yeah.
He has
Alpha-
signing
Alpha
authority,
picture
picture
that shows up.
authority.
You just want him to like not say anything. Just
Otherwise, his ex-wives would find him.
Well, no, he's not coming to Coruscant. He runs
Aw.
my operations. He's got a command center aboard the Mens Rea. One of the control rooms is he's the bureaucracy / paperwork guy for Merrick's Mercenaries. He runs my Bandamir mining business. He runs my slum operation in he's the backbone.
he's the reason you get the wealth.
Incorporated.
He's the reason you get the wealth talent
Yeah,
payoff
exactly.
every. Okay.
Exactly.
He's Rahal's
Oh.
sugar daddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's embezzling.
Rahal
He's
also found-
embezzling. He's been embezzling. That's why you're not getting more money. We're taking 10%
Rahal's also
off the
found
top.
the Gannic version of a restraining bolt.
Oh, that's
Just this
nasty.
really weird butt plug.
Use on Vong butt plug tech that acts as a restraining point for your droid masters. That day's coming.
That's on our Patreon. So
That's on our friends only page. Yeah, only friends, only friends, only
Post the
friends.
schematics on the Discord.
Yes, Dark Times podcast. We would like you to cover the underside of Yuzon Von Biotech.
Underside.
Yuzon Von Biotech, the dark side of the dark side.
grundle of
Oh God.
Organic restraining bolt.
Organic restraining bolt. Yeah, it's called clotheslining a guy. You got forearms, just doink. There you go. You're not going that way.
But yeah, so like it's one of those so it's a very audacity approach for the cover, like directly reference, I'm here to snake mining rights from Bandamir from that anti-imperial company.
Actually, you know what
Oberus
we should do? We can do this movie style where we don't need to hear this up front, and it's just gonna I'm gonna put you there, and you guys just do it. Like this, like just the heist movie, right? Like, we won't talk about it and then try to do it. It's like, let's just do it, and whatever happens, happens. And I'm just gonna go with El Scripto here. I gotta say though, I'm reading GM's discretion. If the GM wishes, in print, each module, I see those phrases more and more. So beware. Anyway, 24. Another. Oh, go ahead.
24 hours later.
With
I'm going to break up with
the time that we have.
Denia.
Master Leth, would you?
Because
perhaps...
I've been saying her name wrong this whole time, and she just finally flipped her lid.
That's why she won't take you as a Padawan.
Oh no, I thought it was a performance issue. She's like, "Yeah, good kid, but we should see other people." Hey, Leth, I was talking to Captain Serena, and she said you were a wowzer. 3 fingers, but the thick fingers, right?
Oh my God.
So, Master Leth, I was hoping that perhaps if you have some time over the next 24 hours, you could reprogram some of my open slots for the upcoming mission. I feel like
Speaking of hitting on Dr. Leth, oh my God.
Open slots. You're being a big slot about this.
Dina's on comms. Dr. Lethy's still there. I need you to come and warm up my Yuuzhan Vong plug. It's not working right. I told her it was a blanket heater, and boy, was I surprised.
we talked out of character about it last episode, but in character, now that we've actually had the briefing, because we were so excited last time, I was wondering if you could reprogram some of my open slots to be more melee focused for the mission, and I think that stun baton will come in handy.
I'm starting to agree with Jay. The new voice modulator, making you the most interesting droid in the galaxy, is working for me. You don't have that weird ass, Who's talking? It was me, the droid.
I've never turned the modulator off, Jeff. What are you talking about?
Must have been my Yuuzhan Vong earplug. Boy, was I wrong.
Our sponsor, Raycon.
Okay, yeah.
The invasion is coming. What?
That should be fine. I do have some other things that I need to attend to as well, though, so please report to my lab and I will get to you when I can.
Sure.
All right.
Sit in the chair. Okay.
I am trained in mechanics if you have any needs.
As for Master Dina, the unfortunate part is that I do, in fact, have 4 fingers.
Isn't one of them a thumb?
Yeah, 3 fingers and 1 thumb.
That's what I'm talking about, is what Master Dina says.
I hear that mental sigh.
I feel like this conversation is not going where I wanted it to. Never mind. Hangs up.
Hello? Hello? Oh, well, I guess I might as well dial Merrick. Hey there, Thunder Thighs.
I am busy now. Does Sasha make me look big, or does Ewa make me look big?
Why don't you come on over with all your heavy armor? Don't tell me you're just a corpse rotting inside it. That didn't work. That didn't work last time. It's not working this time. You can leave the armor on. Leave your hat on. Anyway, Mr. Gibson.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you travel light.
Yep.
Did you get in on this modification? Now, you didn't know the party until after their 8 days or whatever, but now that you guys have been briefed, they offered you weapons from the Resurgent stores. They may not be exotic, but if there's anything you require that's of a basic core rulebook, they can provide them. They've promised you 5,000 credits of your very own to join this mission and aid the party. They tell you that as far as they know, they defer to Captain Oberus. It's his ship, and a lot of the people in the party work directly for him, and they trust Master Dina's apprentice, Skeel Alida, the young Jedi Knight, who's working with the Resurgents. You had the pleasure of meeting Master Thoria, who's actually not his master, and working closely and beating the crap out of this Syrian. I mean, his head literally looks like a punching cone. It's not hard to miss. And, the latest blood samples say your metachlorian count is down, but you're not force sensitive, so. Do you have any requests of Captain Verona, the Resurgence, or your new crew before they just stuff you in a duffel bag and try and pass you off as a four-armed drummer / construction worker?
No, I have everything I need, so I am good.
Okay. There are no speeder bikes in the hangar bay or in the stores, Aiden. Stop writing that all over the chat.
No, it's once we get on Coruscant.
Oh yeah, you can buy the latest, sweetest. But like I said, inflation on Coruscant, man, you're gonna pay 3 times the price. I'm telling you.
First, you will say, "How many credits do you have?" Yeah, 10K over that.
But if we join the racing circuit, if we join the racing speeder bike circuit, we could win back our money and then do the mission.
Have you seen
3 weeks
traffic
later
on Coruscant? We should absolutely. I'm not trained in pilot. I couldn't even park that thing.
2 weeks later, briefing, brand new characters. We've lost contact with our benefactors' agents on Coruscant, our rescue mission, or find the Sarlacc project. And you guys are all like at the track betting on Coruscant ate the last party. The decadence, the underworld, it's like Vegas, right? Star Wars is
That didn't
Vegas.
happen on Bespin. It's not going to happen on Coruscant. Because remember, what happens at Bespin stays
And
at Bespin.
Bespin's more like an Atlantic City casino. I mean, yeah, it's there if you're closer, but it's not like it's there, but All right. So we've been briefed. You guys will get $5,000 upon your return. We're still working out the returns. You guys are modding or have pretty much modded your equipment. When we land, you guys roll off. You can talk about any mods or changes in armor and weaponry that you think is suitable for this mission, what you've stealth hit on your person, any new look, any new gear. We could just roll you guys down that gangplank like it's a red carpet. Could be a good moment for the pod. They spend, like I said, at least 24. So I'm going to roll a D20.
Oh no!
And add 4. The tower broke. Okay, I'm gonna. It's lost. I've lost my dice.
That's a natural. I have no idea which way we need to go. So
There we
so
go.
that's a natural 20. Oh wait, is that
Another 22 hours. So that's 46 hours. After 46 hours, but this could work to your advantage. More training for Poser, a chance for Rahal to get over his breakup with Dina. They avoid each other on this colossal ship. A chance for almost 48 hours for the Resurgence crew to repair your ship. So damage that you guys have taken to the ship should be repaired. Now, do you need an actual shipyard? Is there something in the rules about having a shipyard to repair hull damage?
It helps.
Or can you, what kind of repairs, whatever kind of repairs as per core rules you can do in space, they can do. If there's something about you must need a shipyard for durasteel plating for hull damage, then you're going to have to wait on that. But systems, they can repair. Hull, I don't know, maybe. From the beating you guys took, we can look into that in between episodes.
Did you get any HM1E droids, Rahal? If you've got any of them, they can actually walk outside the ship. But
it's having the raw materials I'm worried about.
Okay.
You get guys in spacesuits and magna boots that just climb all over. That's not a problem. We got welders, we got the manpower. I mean, having the materials. It's not like we have like a closet with durasteel all lined up in plates going, oh, we need to,
take plates off the nebula.
They
plates
fly
off the
back.
Resurgence.
Yeah, we'll take that ship and you guys strip it down. Bolt pieces on. Check out our new bridge, and it's got like the cockpit of the YT300 like sticking up like an antenna. Look at this extra sweet jazzy cockpit I got.
Yeah, it's too tropey to be in the 1300. Let's strip it there.
Strip it down. Star Wars fans everywhere are going, no, not the 1300. Anything but that. Sacrilege. I wonder if anyone's ever flown a 1300 that's like fully repaired, brand new. Like, do they always have
I think
it modded?
that's sacrilege.
I know. You got to have a piece of junk that you mod the crap out of or it just doesn't fly, right?
No, you get a new one, and then right out of the factory, they throw mud and dirt at it.
Sold! Cthulhu Lou just throwing crap. That's character.
Like some guy shooting it with like a rifle.
Yeah. Gotta get all those barnacles off. The guy was sandblasting your hull when you guys got the Katrox 720 first time. Oh my god. So any last goodbyes, any gear, anything you want to pick up, something that would be aboard a Nebula B frigate, medical supplies, like that kind of thing. You can buy them, or they can restock some basic stuff.
That's a really good idea. We should re-up our med packs.
I don't think they can give you fuel. You guys.
No, we have to make a
some-
stop at a station anyways to pick up some stuff that we purchased, so we can refuel there.
I mean, they could give you some fuel. It'd be like, oh, we can't even make the jump to Coruscant. They'd give you fuel to get to Coruscant, but then it's like your tank's on E, right? So
Sounds like a bad idea.
they can give you enough fuel to get to Coruscant if you don't have it already.
I will do two things. So first, requisition just a standard stun baton.
Okay.
So those are cheap and whatnot.
Mhm.
And then the second is going to be training with the holocron again.
Okay. Now, if you guys all carry a stun baton and pass one of you guys off as a famous musician instead of the entire band, the rest of you security, get back, fangirl, that would be believable. Instead of like, we're the next best thing, pretend to be like one famous person, the rest of you are just like security, all dressed the same with your stun batons. What are the heavy weapons for? Oh, they're for like those really bad stalker fans. Okay, maybe that plan's not going to work. Anyway. Just trying to give
We're
you
huge in the unknown regions.
That's actually our band name.
If where we've played, they still think the Jedi are the bad guy and steal babies. Can you believe that last gig?
The unknown regions.
They just
But
believe
hey,
that they're the bad
we
guy. and
got
try
the
to-
guitarist from Hearts from Saria. I mean, look at this guy. He's got a big head, though.
And we
Real
have-
big ego.
And we have 2 drummers with 8 arms in total.
Where are your
We're
instruments?
like Disturbed, but on
where's your
steroids.
Where's your
He
equipment?
is the equipment.
Excuse me, that's a rather personal question.
No, you guys act,
some of it's on
act
site.
pissed. Customs lost your luggage and all your instruments. You're all pissed. Demand answers. You, custom officer, come here. What? What?
Our fours are we take the pit droids as our roadies.
They're all notified.
I just say the more stuff you
BD
take,
could be our manager.
the more stuff you guys show to the Empire, the more stuff you can lose.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So they're
All right.
empty.
Yeah. Anyway,
No, what we like to do is we like to play the instruments of the world. So we actually go in with empty cases and then we buy the instruments
Okay.
on planet.
okay. So enough theorizing. Is there anything, now that we've covered everything you're going to take from the Resurgence, is there anything you're going to leave on the Resurgence? Because a ship
Yes.
is your property. And if they search your ship and find the E-Web, the armor, all that shit stored, guess what? It's just like you were carrying it on your person.
I will take my portable charger with me, but I will take my weapons locker and leave my weapons locker in Dr. Les' office on the Resurgence, assuming he has an office on the Resurgence.
He's got quarters, so yeah.
Yeah. And so, all of the different equipment, most of my rifles, most of my weaponry, all of my grenades. I'm only taking my heavy blaster pistol and the stun baton with me.
I was planning on
From a
taking
weapons
everything
point
and
of view.
building it into the ship itself. We have smuggler panels, do we not?
It's a consular class. You have to make them. As far as I know, you guys have been chock full of the last 8 days coming out here. You guys have been chock full of doing those mods. If you want to start modding the ship, you need to take more time. Unless you think you can do it in 46 hours.
I can do this.
You can make a stealth check to hide an item in an item. And then it's just versus whoever's perception check tries to find said item. So if you could get a really good static roll, But it's not like I keep trying, or I take 10, or take 20 to like make it a really, really good spot, because they can take 20 to search, and it's kind of redundant, right?
But what if it actually does become a functioning part of the ship?
Oh, so?
It becomes a conduit.
Oh, you disassemble a weapon and make it ship parts?
Yes.
The ships are allowed to be armed. You could make your E-Web an anti-personnel weapon that dangles out of the bottom of the ship.
just put it in the room with the TP. Because he's the security
mounted at the
officer.
top of the ramp. They open the ramp. Oh my God! What the hell's an E-Web doing mounted pointing at the door? Fans, the fan base, man. I just
Pirates. Yes, but
Groupies can be so obnoxious.
tax keeps tax.
This is
man
like
at bay.
T-shirt cannon.
We're very big in the planets where the sentient people are energy beings, and they just they soak this crap up.
Literally.
I've got a couple things as well. The one, I need to sell off as I mentioned before, I personally also have modified stormtrooper armor that I think would probably be more useful to someone on the Resurgence, because I'm also never going to use it again.
Okay.
And
trade it?
also, yeah.
Okay. Well, you could trade it for like half value.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Or just help, because I also want to obtain I want to modify a water extractor that I've currently got inside R4
Okay.
to include a secret compartment.
Okay. Are you going to have... well, yeah, I guess if we're eventually going to split the party into 3 and 3, you could bring Arthur with you as a +1. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Mhm.
Be 3.5.
That
That's
makes
fine.
me jealous.
He's been putting up
I'm
with you.
always your +1, Dr. Ladd.
Well, there's a programming quirk we'll have to address at some point.
Yeah, he starts wearing a Karen wig, then you got a problem.
Eh.
I'd like to speak to Dr. Dr. Manager.
He just starts
Yeah,
calling you
there's
by your first name, Aska. What do you mean, Aska? You didn't talk to me about this, Aska. I was like, oh, shit.
So basically, I'm
never
asking
told you
if they have it's a universal upgrade, like the actual the thing I could just buy and then install. And it's available. It's common availability, so I would like to buy 2 of them off of the ship.
Okay. All these questions and more will be answered next time.
I keep it forced to myself. Up because the Emperor ruined it for everyone else. We gotta find a place to hide. Guess we're going underground now. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. But I've been rocking it since Order 66 now. The force is strong and I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. What the Emperor say, Order 66 now. But the force is strong and I feel it still. Gotta make it out to thee. Gonna reason with the senators, try to make it better now. But somewhere out there's gotta be free. I guess we'll head to Alderaan now. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been rocking it since Order 66 now. The force is strong and I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. What the Emperor say, Order 66 now.